would disagree with that, and it'll end up with some arguments between people and societies and other stuff like that. Another thing that is that people may feel less motivated or unhappy during the changes because they're uncomfortable, they're not get used to it, and other stuff like that. So the last one is that some people may find it hard to adapt and may not prefer a role during a changing, because it is hard, actually very hard to change, because you got used to something, but some people are very adaptable, and it'll be easy for them. But I think the majority of people are not really get used to changing a lot. Yeah, it'll be difficult for them, but there are some exceptions. Maybe about 20% of people are very adaptable and they can adapt to every single situation. And that's it. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Miss. So I think Miss Gulara, you have any question?
Yes. I'd like to touch on some great points that she's been pointing out. The first main statement that was something that I caught my eyes was that change is like God, it doesn't change, or God does not change, something like that. It was interpreted as God. So if God does not change, does that mean humans should not change either? And the second question I would be that she talks about like some changes are not some changes are inevitable, but like if some changes are inevitable, would it be adapting to them be better than resisting them? And this two question was my question, and I'd like her to answer.
Okay, Ms. Tahira, what's your answer for her questions?
Yeah, thank you so much for the questions. They're very interesting. So the first thing you said about God, yes, he can't change and he is always the same. And it was actually a come up idea after the saying that the only constant thing and permanent thing is change. And I would just say that we have other things that are constant, like God, and that God is not change. Is that God change? No, he's not. The only thing that I say was that. And the second part of your question was that should human beings be like God and don't change? I would disagree with that, because if we don't change, we can't improve, as you said in your speech. And I was very amazed by your speech. And thank you for sharing your ideas. The only thing that can help us to grow is change, and our creativity means being changing. So I would say that human beings has to change in order to be better. And unfortunately, I didn't get your second question because one word I think was new for me. And because of that, I need explanation. Sorry.
Oh, so unavoidable means like inevitably, just something that unavoidable is, I don't think is necessarily true, but inevitable means like something unavoidable. So I said that if some changes are inevitable, would it be adapting to them like better than resisting them?
Ms. Tahira, she is waiting for your answer.
Yeah, and I am searching for the word. I'm sorry, because the word is kind of very new for me. Or so I assume that it means like unpredictable. Is that right? Oh, okay, great. So some unpredictable changes. Yeah, they have to adapt to the change, because if they don't adapt to the change, they won't survive. Sometimes, like the weather would like suddenly change from being very